dominance types. So you should have your notes in front of you, and they should look like this. And you're filling in the following. It will be highlighted in yellow, whatever you need to include in the notes. So the first one is complete dominance, and this is what we have been working with. The dominant allele is completely expressed over the recessive allele. Heterozygote, which is different, shows the dominant trait. For example, if purple was big F and little f, it would show purple. And if it was crossed with a white flower, it would make a purple flower because it had one of each. Incomplete dominance. Neither allele is dominant. Heterozygote is a blend, which is a new phenotype. So this is originally what the scientists thought, and Mendel proved otherwise. But there are certain genes that have a blend. So here is one with incomplete dominance. So it's a red flower crossed with a white flower, and it mixes to make a blend, and that's a pink flower. Codominance is both alleles are dominant. Heterozygote expresses both alleles. How can that happen? Well, if there's a brown colored horse crossed with a white colored horse, both colors will be expressed in the mix. It will have both brown and white, and here's an example of a horse. They call that roan, R-O-A-N, and you'll see that in one of the questions. And if you notice, the genotype is BW for the cross. You'll also see speckles like this chicken, or speckles like or spots on this flower. And the last part of your notes is polygenic traits, and these are when multiple genes affect one outcome. So there's a wide range of possible phenotypes. Examples are skin color and height. And you can see this this Punnett square has a lot more possibilities, just like the ones we did in class last week. So now you're going to complete the following question. On your notes, you're going to have to draw the Punnett square. So it says, in parrots, yellow feathers, big Y, is incompletely dominant with blue. A heterozygote, BY, has green feathers. So this is a blend because it's incomplete dominant. So you're going to draw a cross for a BY and a YY. So do that on your paper, and then you'll come back. You can pause the video, and then you'll do these questions. So the first question is, that goes along with the Punnett square you just drew. What are the genotypes of the offspring, and what ratio do they appear in? Remember, the ratio is written with a colon, those two dots, one over the other. The second question is, what are the phenotypes of the offspring, and in what ratio? Now you'll complete another Punnett square on your notes, and it says, in cattle, brown fur, B, is codominant, so this is not incomplete dominant, it's codominant with white fur. A heterozygote, BW, has roan, and this is what I was talking about, that R-O-A-N, a mix of both colors in the fur. So it will have brown here, and it will have white here. So you're going to draw a cross between two roan cattle. So a BW crosses with another BW. And then you'll answer the questions. What are the genotypes of the offspring? Remember, genotypes are the letters. And what ratio do they appear in? And then what are the phenotypes? What is the physical characteristics of the offspring? And in what ratio? The next question is, in some carnation, red is codominant with white. What might the heterozygote look like? Pink, red and white speckles, C is red, or D is white. In other carnations, red is incompletely dominant with white. Now it's incompletely. What might the heterozygote look like? Pink, red and white speckles, all red, or all white. A small winged fly and a large winged fly have an offspring with medium-sized wings. What kind of dominance is this? Complete, incomplete, or codominance? A brown bear and a black bear have a cub with speckled brown and black fur. What kind of dominance is this? Complete, incomplete, codominance? Now you're going to complete the following Punnett square on your notes. Chickens have two alleles for feather color, black B and a white W. The heterozygote BW is speckled. Draw a Punnett square for a cross between a black chicken and a speckled chicken. So you have to figure what the black is here, and then the heterozygote is here, the speckled. And then you'll answer these questions. What are the genotypes of the offspring and what ratio do they appear in? What are the phenotypes of the offspring and in what ratio? This is an MCAS question. So here it is. It says height is a polygenic trait in humans. Which of the following statements best explains the genetics of this trait? Height is controlled by more than one gene. Height is controlled by a single dominant gene. The gene for height is located on the X chromosome. The gene for height is located on the Y chromosome. Which of the following is an example of codominance in genetic traits? A tall pea plant and a short pea plant produce tall pea plants. B. An orange cat and a black cat produce an orange and black kitten. C. A blue-eyed man and a brown-eyed woman produce a blue-eyed child. A colorblind woman and a man with normal vision produce a colorblind son. In certain variety of chicken, some offspring have a feather pattern that is black and white checkered. Chickens with this checkered feather pattern result from the cross of a black chicken with a white chicken. Which of the following types of inheritance is most likely responsible for the checkered feather pattern? Codominant, dominant, polygenic, sex-linked.